All right, Big Daddy, Susan Wells, Miss Susan Wells, Guns' mom. I've been told through my son, through my other son, that information was communicated to him from your son, Michael O'Britis, that apparently I wronged you in some way. So I'd like to know what that is. I can only guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you supported Michael in the years that we were in business together in two different companies, Notebook Center in New York and our telecom company out here. Pretty sure you supported him just like my mom supported me. You know, pretty sure you put money out there. Like, I know you helped us in many ways, and I really appreciate that. It was certainly not our intention for the first company to not succeed the way we wanted. But what we did when we closed that business, I think we could have built a successful business if we kept it up. But the finance guys, the Wall Street guys that came in and raised money for us, what made us public, those guys took, for every dollar of money they gave to the company, they sold $10 on the open market. You know, kind of like Wolf of Wall Street type guys. You know, here we are, we're kids, you know, we got a deal, we're a public company, we have capital, they can help us grow. But now we got partners that really don't give a fuck about us. And so, there was only one play to make. Again, the concept of what we had was a neat concept. If you think about it, it was like before the Apple stores, you know? I mean, like way before Apple stores. But think about what we offered, like tech guys, kind of, you know, the fucking marble tops. Like, I mean, you know, we were right there. We were right on the cusp of like fucking everything an Apple store is. Like even telecom, like we were right on the internet. We were like, we were probably right. We probably would have been billionaires if we didn't do what we did. It certainly would have been successful. But with those fucking partners coming in and selling $10 for every dollar they gave us to who the fuck knows who, and me and your son Michael as the fucking fall guys, and Beckerman, you know what I mean? Like the three of us are the fall guys. I'm the CEO. We're not going to get another dollar from anyone because now it's like this whole, you know, complex fucking equity structure. So there was only one play, and that play was this. It was a balls play. You know, when you're young, you're cocky. You think you can build it again. You think you just fucking do it again. So the play was very simple. It was a simple legal play. We just closed the fucking office, moved everything out one weekend, just fucking gone. Told everyone that's it. We're shutting the company down. We didn't have to shut the company down. We could have kept it going. I would tell you we could have probably made it work. Again, I just told you I think we could have actually made it work really big. But, you know, at that time, you're kind of cocky, you're a kid, you're like, fuck it, I'll just do it again, you know? And so we closed it down. Now, why do we do that? Because per New York Stock Exchange rules and regulations, every transaction that was made had to get refunded. Every fucking investor got their money back. Except, and even some of our friends, like I remember like delivering a check to $65,000 to Mr. fucking Gabrielli, Romulo's fucking dad, that put up $65,000 in our fucking company, and he got it back even when we failed. You know what I mean? I remember like a friend of mine from fucking high school. He was like a nervous, neurotic fuck. This guy Christian Sullivan. He's kind of an asshole today, but I mean, this fucking guy put up like, I don't remember, 25 or 50 grand of his parents' money, and he was like so nervous. Blah 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 blah. Got his fucking money back. Everyone got their money back. Everyone got their money back except. We had a couple family members that bought outside of that offering, meaning like we gave them a better deal and they bought stock. That was lost. So I don't know if you lost some money in there. I know my mom did. That was a long time ago. And, you know, maybe she looks at it like an investment. You know what I mean? Like some people pay for college. I mean, shit, I spent for Julian, my oldest son, I was just calculating like fucking $300,000-$400,000 in school, between middle school and high school. Fucking kid got 100 lates and got expelled from fucking high school, and I spent $100,000 for that shit. You know, then I sent him to 3 community colleges. He dropped out. I spent money on that. And so what you do as a parent, you do anything to support your kids. You believe in your kids. You let them take their shots when they're young. So I think you did the right thing. Again, this is between you and your son, not between me and you. Now, there might be something between me and you back then, too. But again, going back to Notebook Center days, like that's kind of what happened. I sleep well at night with it. Our investors got their money back. Just think, Wolf of Wall Street. Now, again, we weren't a scam. We actually had something we were selling. I think we could have built something. But, these fucking guys are selling stock. God knows what they're telling about what we're going to do. And people are just buying that shit. And all these guys are making commissions on it, fucking ridiculous commissions, making money. They're selling their own fucking stock. They're literally dumping their stock to make money as soon as this was a public fucking company. And all those celebrations of all that money they're making off of us with our fucking great idea, they didn't give a fuck about us. But they made their money. And we got the last laugh. Because when we closed that office, we didn't do it because we needed to go out of business. We did that because I wanted to have every one of those transactions reversed, and that was the game plan to do it, the only way. I had to give up everything I worked my entire life. I was only like 23 or 4 years old, so, like big fucking deal. But I had to give up everything we worked so hard at, give it all up so that I knew that every investor got all their fucking money back. Every single one, okay? I'm not the CEO of a public company where a fucking person lost $1. Everyone actually put their money in, and then we fucking shut it down, and they got their money back. How is that? How's that for me and your fucking son? I think that was fucking big time. We put our financial self-interest, behind what was right. What was right is fucking taking these fucking assholes and making sure they didn't make any money from us selling stock to people that could have lost money with us being the guys fucking blamed. Like, imagine the guys in Wolf of Wall Street all of a sudden, like, add a new scene to a movie. Someone comes in and they tell whatever that fucking guy's name is, Jordan Belfort or whatever, hey, Jordan, this fucking guy at this fucking computer company, the guy that we fucking sold all these tens of fucking millions, those motherfuckers closed down. We got to return all that fucking money. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what I mean? Like, add a scene to that movie. It's possible. You know what I mean? Like, maybe Jordan Belfort's company, it was around in that time. Maybe whatever the name of that fucking company was, maybe they sold stock in Notebook Center. We should fucking track that shit down. It's probably trackable. I don't know. All I know is that was a motherfucking loss. And, but it was a learning experience that we take for the rest of our lives. Now, I think you also co-signed a lease, so maybe you're upset about that. I've had a few, let's say, apartment situations in my life back before they had all this tracking and credit and all this shit. Back then, like, no one tracked it. So I don't know if you've had any, like, that apartment in 17th Street, I think, was in your name. And I could record a whole long video about that. And I'm so sorry that, again, I think we literally got evicted. I came home with a girl that I dated, and like this was going to be the day I was going to like consummate the relationship with her. I bring her home to that place and there's a fucking sheriff's lock on the badge. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't go over so well. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, I was still able to hook up with her at her place. Not that night though. I don't know what I said. You know what? I think we snuck into the place by climbing into the neighbor's place and around the balcony. But I know I think that was in your name. So now again, back then they didn't track stuff. To my knowledge, you haven't lost a lease. Like, it wasn't even something that goes on credit. I think we may have settled with them. I don't know. But if you have a beef with me over that, please tell me what you think I can do to make it right. From when I was 24 years old with an apartment with your son in this business, I will be glad to. All right, so that might be one thing I'm thinking. All right, so now let's see more recent shit. Did you get involved with the current company? With the current telecom company? Like, is there something that I did that you feel I wronged you in some way? I don't know. You're the mom of my business partner. Like, I don't know. It's not really my business. I think the world of you. So I don't, I was surprised to hear that you're on a list of people that think I fucked them over. I don't know. I would do anything for you. Like, you're a very nice person. I've never felt any animosity. I've never want to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, you're the mom of my business partner. Like, what the fuck? So if there's a problem, please let me know. Let's see, what else could possibly be? This whole thing with Dominic's college money that got taken out of Connie's fucking account. I don't know if I should address that entire thing here in this message, but I can direct you to about 5 or 10 minutes of me explaining that to Michael as to what happened and my feelings about that. I mean, I guess I will tell you the basics of it, because again, I don't know if that's something you have a beef with me or not. But, we had a business together, your son and I, and he was offered an equity stake when he moved here from fucking Chicago. And, that was a nice thing to do, to give him, hey, here's a percentage of the business. You didn't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, I actually, prior to him coming, put in over $500,000 fucking dollars into that same business. God knows how much I put over the years. But that business provided income for both of us and all of our employees and all of our agents for many years. And he got distributions from that business for many years. I actually, if you're a businesswoman, he got paid a partnership percentage higher than what his percentage interest was. So I actually overpaid the other two partners and underpaid me. I did that because I just, that's what they needed, and that's what I did. So that happened. Now, over the years, I put in money and I borrowed money, and it's a business. You have ups and downs. I mean, there was a year we lost over $1 million. There was a year we made over $1 million. I'll tell you, in the year we lost over $1 million, Michael still got every fucking payment every month without skipping a beat. So you can know that about me. I take care of my fucking partners. And so in good and bad times, he did that. And, it's like, I expect my partners to do everything they fucking can. So I'm sure he put in whatever money he could. And I'm sure he probably borrowed money maybe from you. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. And so maybe there was money on a credit card in Connie's name that he put in. But that's his basis in the company. You know what I mean? Like, that's his money that he put in the company. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, what did you put in? Oh, well, I got a credit card here. I got this here. Like, I fucking did shit with my house. Like, everyone put in fucking money. Even Scott Williams. I mean, he didn't put in that much, but, he came in late, right? But he did put in some fucking money. Everyone puts in fucking money. That's how a business works. You put in fucking money. That's your business. That's your family's business. The fact that Mike didn't pay that credit card, the fact that he didn't answer those collection calls, the fact that he probably didn't answer 1,000 calls and 100 letters and didn't fucking pay it, and then when they started to sue Connie, he didn't fucking deal with them or settle it, or then when he got a default judgment, he just ignored it and thought it would go away, and the fact that he doesn't know that if you have a default judgment against you, those motherfuckers can take money out of your bank account fucking years later, and you won't even know about it, and that's actually what happened. But the fact that he blames me about that, I got an issue with that. You know what I mean? I got an issue with that. And if you blame me for that, I got an issue with that too. I mean, again, I'm not to blame for Connie's fucking credit card that Mike didn't pay. I'm sorry. That's not my fucking problem. All right? That's it. That's not my problem. Now, as far as like, oh, well, Mike put that into the company. He was owed that. He's going to get that back. Anthony said he would get that back. Okay. Why don't you ask Michael how much he sold his interest of the company for to Scott Williams, and ask him, because I think it was like $200,000 to $300,000 that got sent to him. And let me ask you this. It's a simple math question. Add up Connie's credit card and whatever the fuck else Mike put in the business, which I don't think is very much, 50 or 60,000. I don't even know. Maybe he's up to 100,000. He sold his interest. He got paid everything he put in and some, and he made money over those years. I sleep well at night. Now, I will tell you that he sold his interest for about 1/4 of what he should have. And that actually fucked me over, and I didn't tell him that until today. I didn't want to tell him that. I want to make him feel bad because he didn't intentionally do that, but he sold it at a fire sale fucking price, and that fucked me over for about $700,000 or $800,000. Okay, so I'll just say that. All right, I mean, I'll just say that. And I didn't choose that price. He chose that price. I didn't tell him to sell. He fucking did that. He put that deal together. I signed off on it. He put that deal together with Scott, the other partner. So he sold his interest, got all his money back. So he puts in Connie's credit card plus whatever else he puts in, gets all that money back, makes money for all these fucking years in good times and bads, and then doesn't pay the fucking credit card and doesn't deal with it, with collections and with litigation and then with a judgment, and then blames me when they take the fucking money out of the account that you were going to use for college, and that's my fault. I got my own fucking problems, Miss Wells. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. Like, these last couple years have been tough. I've been hit with every possible thing you can. Like, I can't worry about Mike's fucking judgments. I got my own fucking judgments, all right? And I'm fucking taking care of my shit. So anyhow, that's my message to you, but I don't have any other information, so I don't really know what else you could possibly be pissed at me for. You know, I don't know. I think I invited you to my wedding. I don't know. I'm really not sure. You know, maybe it goes back to when I lived in your fucking basement after college. You know, and I really appreciate that. Like, I mean, I remember the rocks and stuff, the formation. Like, that was fucking awesome. I had that Martin Luther King poster down there. Whatever. It wasn't even that long. I thank you for that. You know, I don't think I've ever stayed at your house in Montauk. I don't know how you're doing. I hope you're doing well. If there's anything I can do for you, I consider you a friend. If you need something from me, just fucking ask. But if you feel like I wronged you in some way, please fucking tell me. But, like for Michael, now maybe this has nothing to do with you. Maybe that's all to do with Michael. Maybe Michael is just fucking telling my son that I fucked you over. Maybe you don't think that, but Michael is saying that to my son, which to me, that's really fucked up. You don't fuck with a person's family. My son thinks I'm a piece of shit to a person that he thinks was one of my best friends. Which, by the way, what I fucking thought until I found out that fucking my son is telling me that Michael thinks I fucked him over. You know what I mean? So that's really fucked up. He's the fucking best man at my wedding. And then I find out that he's telling my oldest son that I'm a piece of shit. And my oldest son has a list of like 8 or 9 people that I wronged. Most of them were like disgruntled employees. Some of it's just bullshit. And this one, again, I had to address the issues in this one because that's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Fucked over Mike? I don't think so. If there's anything that Mike did, he did it to himself. You know what I mean? If there's anything he's not happy with, he can look in the fucking mirror. The first thing you got to do in life is take responsibility for where you're at. I'm not blaming anyone for anything. Anything bad in my life, any fuck-ups that I've had, and I've had plenty, I make a lot of fucking mistakes, it's my fault. You know what I mean? And Mike, to blame someone else for something is fucked up. Listen, the elephant in the room. Fucking guy is a raging alcoholic. That's why Scott Williams kicked him off of fucking True Choice at some point. I was already gone, okay? The guy needs to not be drinking. And he knows this, and it's a fucking disease and whatever, and I understand all that shit. But, like, seriously, like, that's definitely a factor here. Like, maybe it has to do with his perception of it, or maybe it has to do where he's at. Because I guarantee you, if the guy didn't fucking drink, I bet you he would have paid fucking Connie's goddamn credit card. Probably would have been, performed better in his life. And it's not too late. He's the same age as me. He's fucking 54. Tell him to fucking stop drinking. Never drink again in your fucking life. That's what I tell the mother of my 2 kids, who's also a fucking alcoholic. And I think she did quit recently. But my gosh, dude, she's almost 60 years old. She's just quitting. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how different her life would be if she would have just made that decision earlier? Set a goddamn fucking example for your kids and fucking stop. Get treatment. Do whatever the fuck you have to do. But anyhow, I don't want to go on a rant on alcoholism. I love your son, Michael, and I would do really anything for him. I really thought he was my friend, but I told him he's on my fucking doo-doo list now because the fucking guy went to my oldest son and told him that I wronged him. And so I've told him, say, you want to be my friend again? Then you get my son to fucking undo that shit. My son's fucking blocked me. That's a whole other discussion. All right? But as far as Michael is concerned, I don't know. Now, I'll close with this. I created 2 WhatsApp groups so that people that have an issue with me can communicate with me, and I would be able to maybe see what they said. So one is for people that think I owe them money and hate me. So if you think I owe you money and you hate me, then let me know. I'm glad to enter you. I'm glad to add you to my WhatsApp group. You can chat with anyone else that has the balls to go in there and tell me why they hate me and why I owe them money. I can't promise to respond, but I really probably will, actually. But I'm glad to have a place for them to obviously, these people that hate me are not in my life, but if they feel like they want to say something, I got a great WhatsApp group. I think I can have 1,000 people in there. If all of the people that Joey told me fucking that I owe money to or hate me, it's like 8 or 9 people. If they all want to go in there, that's fine with me. If you want to go in there, that's fine. So that's one group. Now, if you say just think I owe you money, but you don't hate me, then I have another group for that. I had to separate them because there's a difference. Like, let's say you think, hey, Anthony owes me money, but I don't hate him. I understand he didn't try to fuck me over money, but I do feel like he owes me money. You know what I mean? Like, that's different than someone that thinks Anthony's a piece of shit cockroach motherfucker and he owes me money. You know what I mean? Like, so if you feel like I owe you money, but you don't hate me, I have a group and you can communicate with me. Honestly, I've offered this to the couple of people that are in here so far. No one's fucking joined this group, but I'm going to maintain these for the rest of my life. If someone feels I owe them money, then they're glad to go in there and state their fucking case. You know what I mean? Whatever, just talk to me. I'm here. I'm listening. You know what I mean? There was some person from when I was 23 years old that said I bought a laptop and never paid him back. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, dude? You're surfacing now. I'm 54 years old. Like, wouldn't you think to fucking tell me sooner than that? Or if you did, maybe remind me. Like, what in the actual fuck? So you think I owe you money? Fine, that's fine. You're in there. If you think I owe you money and you hate me, then I got another place for that. So again, I'm reaching out, Susan. I don't hate you. I actually, I admire you as a person. You were, out of our friends' parents when we were kids, like, you were one impressive woman, fucking executive back in the day. That wasn't that common. Like, you fucking kicked ass. So, I think the world of you. If you hate me, I still could think the world of you. If you think I owe you money, I'm willing to hear what you'd like to do to make it right. But I'm not saying that I acknowledge that, because I really don't know what the fuck I could possibly owe you money for. But let me know. If I've harmed you in any way, I'm here. Okay? Thank you.